Chalo, ready? Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Puru.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danva Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji,
Ram
Dandavat
Ram Hare.
Okay, chalo.
Pranam Prabhuji.
Kimva movena uddeshya
Kim Vamovena Uddishya
Dandam ayuyujam
Brahmadandam Yujan
Savratan Hare Ragni
Dandavatadare Ragi
Onayo Dharma Kovitaha.
Munayo Dharma Kovidaha.
Netaji. Kim Vamovena Brahmadandam Munayo Dharma Kovitaha. Anybody want to chant?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danva Pranam. Kim Vamovena Uddishya Brahmadandam Ayuyujan Dandavratadhare Ragni Muniyo Dharma Kovidaha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danva.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
किं वां होवेन उद्दिश्य ब्रह्मदण्डम् अयूयुजन् दण्डव्रतादरे राज्ञी मुनयो धर्मकोविदाः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Kivahovenudishta Brahmadanda Ayujan Dandavrata Dhari Jani Muyana Dharma Kovidaha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Kimbhavena Uddisha Brahmadan Ayujan Dandavratta Dhare Rajani Munayo Dharma Kovida. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Kimbhavena Uddisha Brahmadanda Ayurjan Dandavratadhare Ragi Munayo Dharma Kovita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kim vahovena uddishya brahmadandamayu dandavratadhare rajni munayo dharma kovidaha. Om Tat Sat.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Kimbahena uddisya brahmadandamayoyajan dandavrata hare ragni munayo.
चलती है क्या घर चलते हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी किंवा महोवेन उद्दिश्य ब्रह्मदंडम अयुयुजन दंडव्रताधरे राज्ञी मुनयो धर्म कोविदः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Kim vam hovena uddishya brahmadandam ayujujan dandavratta dhare ragni munayo dharma kovidaha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
उद्दिश्य ब्रह्मदंड आयुजन दंडवृद्धतरे राजनि मुनयो धर्मगोवितः.
Thank you everybody. Now let us go to the class. Hare Krishna, Aishwarya Mataji. Mataji, I'm taking class, but in case a big guest about to come, in case he comes, then I will hand over to you. Okay? Today's topic is curse. So you can keep thinking of examples. Okay.
Correct.
Danda. Kim. Why? Va. Also. Amahaha. Sinful activity. Vene. Unto Vena. Uddeshya, seeing. Brahmadandam, the curse of a Brahmana. Ayujujam, the desire to avoid. Dandavratadhare, who carries the load of punishment. Ragni, unto the king. Munayaha, the great sages. Dharmakovidaha, completely conversant with religious principles. Vidura also inquired, how was it that the great sages who were completely conversant with religious principles desired to curse King Vena, who himself carried the rod of punishment and thus awarded him the greatest punishment, Brahma Shap? Vidura also inquired, how was it that the great sages who were completely conversant with religious principles desired to curse King Vena, who himself carried the rod of punishment and thus awarded him the greatest punishment, Brahma Shap? Yes. Hare Krishna, Supriti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. It is understood that the king is able to give punishment to everyone, but in this case it appears that the great sages punished him. The king must have done something very serious. Otherwise, how could the great sages, who were supposed to be the greatest and most tolerant, still punish him in spite of their elevated religious consciousness? It appears also that the king was not independent of the Brahmanical culture. Above the king was a control of the Brahmanas, and if needed, the Brahmanas would dethrone the king or kill him, not with any weapon, but with the mantra of a Brahma Shapa. The Brahmanas were so powerful that simply by their cursing, one would immediately die. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kimva Movena Uddeshya Brahmadandam Ayuyujan Dandavrata Dhare Ragni Munayo Dharmako Vidaha. Vidura also inquired, how is it the great sages who were completely conversant with religious principle desired to curse King Vena, who himself carried the rod of punishment and thus awarded him the greatest punishment, Brahma Shap? So today's topic is cursing. Curse. Our aim in life is to serve Krishna and serve devotees, correct? Glorify Krishna and glorify devotees. When Prahlad Maharaj heard about the politics of enemy and friends, he didn't like it. And it is said even in the Bhagavatam, the different qualities of a Vaishnava, one of the qualities is Ajata Shatravaha Shanta Sadavaha Sadhubhushana. One of the qualities of a Vaishnava is that he doesn't have an enemy, that he never wishes ill for anybody. So that is the golden heart of a Vaishnava. So generally these things will not happen. Shapa. He always wishes well. And sometimes if he cannot understand, he said, I can't just understand why this person is behaving like that. But he knows, particularly all the devotees here, by grace of the Lord, you are chanting Hare Krishna. So you are very dear to Krishna. It's not ordinary to chant the holy name of the Lord. But having said that, we are also stated in different levels of devotion service. We give pain to somebody who is very dear to the Lord, who is very, very dear to the Lord, who is very, very, very dear to the Lord. It's not good. You hurt a Kanishta Adhikari, then also you cannot go to the spiritual world. You have to come back, apologize, and then only you can do that. So even causing displeasure is enough. Person doesn't have to really curse, just he is displeased. Yasya prasadad bhagavad prasado, by pleasing Vaishnavas, by pleasing Guru, we get mercy of Krishna. But yasya aprasada, by displeasing them, we lose everything. So therefore in our behavior, there is vacho vegam, manasakrodha vegam, particularly in the community of Vaishnavas, it has to be very carefully observed. Prabhupada said you are dealing with fire. Correct? Therefore, it is very ordered that when you go to holy place, don't stay more than 3 days. Because then we start seeing the faults. Faults are there of the people there. And then we start seeing the material way. Then we still develop negative attitude towards the people. They are all dhamvasis. Whatever it is, there is an exam. Whatever it is, they got opportunity to stay in dham. Why criticize? Why feel ill towards them? There was once Pundrik Vidyanidhi, a very great devotee of Sri Chaitanya. He is also eternal associate of the Lord. So he visited Jagannath temple and he saw the pagadi being made, when you buy dhoti. My audio is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So when you buy dhoti, we remove the starch. So they are forgotten to remove, no, they are not forgotten, that's the tradition there. They just put mukuta, pagadi, without removing the starch. Those ladies you buy cotton sarees, or when brahmacharis buy dhotis, it also looks like sari. But anyway, so we have to remove, if it is the cotton one, we have to remove the starch. Therefore we get jute, that headache is not there. You remove the starch, otherwise it will hang like this. So they not remove the starch and then put, have you noticed? He said, what are these idiots? They could at least remove the starch. He thought like that. At night when he went to sleep, he had Krishna Balaram in his sleep slapping him. And so many slaps, he fell from the bed and he got up, his cheeks were actually red. So they were actually shouting at him. They were criticizing devotees like this, pat, 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 pat. So it's sweet, it's very sweet. The Lord protects his devotee from a displeasure. When Dhruva Maharaj was also killing the Yaksha, Swayambhuva Manu saved his grandson. He says, Kubera is very dear, servant of Lord Shiva, correct, with the great Vaishnava. You have upset them by your kind of behavior, trying to annihilate the whole dynasty for fault of one person, correct? So therefore, please beg their pardon, so that their wrath doesn't fall in our family. So, in so many ways we see in the Shastra, there is a discussion of the Shapa. Okay? Now tell me, which curse you can remember from the scripture? Yes. Ready? Everybody is ready? Curse. And then we will analyze.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Parikshit Maharaj was cursed by Shringi, the Brahman child.
Yes. Whole Bhagavatam is based on that. Yes, Sureka Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes. Then?
Hare
Krishna.
Whom he cursed?
Ambarish Maharaj.
Ambarish Maharaj.
Okay, then?
Parvati Ma cursed Chitraketu.
Parvati cursed whom?
Chitraketu Maharaj.
Chitraketu. Great, great. Then?
King Rega Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. King Rega.
Jaya Vijaya cursed four Kumaras.
Yeah, Jaya Vijaya cursed by the four Kumaras. Yes, then?
Prabhuji, Nalkuber and Manigriv were cursed by Maharaj.
Govardhan Parvat cursed by Kulasta Rishi to shrink in size.
Okay.
And
Then?
Kubera's sons Nalagriva and Manigriva, they were cursed by Narada Muni.
Then?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Pandu was cursed by sage Kindama.
Yes, then?
Prabhuji, Abhuga Pasam, Sarva Bhat Acharya, son-in-law, he cursed him because Mahaprabhu had come for the festival and he was eating too much. So he cursed that my daughter should become a widow.
Abba, Ratnagi Mataji have read Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Wow, thank you.
Aishwarya Mataji, Prabhuji. Aishwarya Mataji.
Take it. Then tell.
Ravana cursed by Parshuram or forgetful.
Who is cursed by Parashuram?
Karna.
Then.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Indradyumna Maharaj cursed by Agastya Muni.
Indradyumna Maharaj cursed by Agastya Muni, so he became the elephant. Yes, great. Then.
Prabhuji, Sukanya, daughter of Sharyati, seeing two bright holes, she pierced the eyes of the Chayavana Rishi, and so he cursed the army of Sharavati Raja, that they cannot pass.
Yes.
Ambarish Maharaj cursed.
Yes. Which Maharaj? Ambarish Maharaj?
Yeah.
Narada was also cursed by whom?
Daksha, Prabhuji.
Yes, you forgot. You forgot.
Gopis cursed Brahma because they could not see Krishna 24 hours because their eyelids were getting closed.
Yes. Is SLT. What is Srimada Lakshmi Devi Dasi? Yes. Who cursed whom? Chalo, let me see. Yamaraj getting cursed. Yes, Yamaraj cursed. Who cursed Yamaraj? Which Muni?
Manduka Muni. Manduka Muni.
Manduka Muni. Yes, all expert scholars now. Yes.
Ahalya has been cursed by Gautam Muni.
Ahalya.
Yes.
Cursed by Gautama Muni.
Yes.
Sudarshana, Prabhuji, Sudarshana cursed by Krishna because he did not allow Hanuman to enter and because of his ego became a stick.
Yes. Okay.
And Indra was also cursed, na Prabhuji. Indra was also cursed and he became pig.
Chalo. Now, okay, you got enough instances. Now let us take care. So we have different all these situations of curse. Now let us analyze. So we see rather than making this, now not look at it positive. Why go to the negative area? Why not seek the blessings? Actually, that is what a community is. If we start thinking that I can displease a Vaishnava and I can progress in Krishna consciousness, you're living in an illusion, correct? Why displease? What is there to this? Always seek the blessings, always seek the blessing, always seek the blessing. You know, I was in Mayapur and the one devotee was doing now you are having interviews going on? I think it's going on. Malayalam is done, Gujarati is done, I'm happy. Okay. So these are for the people who submitted forms in time. Who submitted late, I don't know what I'll do. Okay. I think 128 is going to go through. There are 20 more who are in Hindi, another department who submitted late. So I don't know what will happen to them. So anyway, trying my best. So they were doing the service of interviewing. It's a tough service. So some lady had come for Brahmin initiation. And she asked the question, tell me the shloka for this. Tell me the shloka for this. Brahmin initiation is tough. Okay, you tell more and quote shlokas. He told, no, more, quote more shlokas. So the lady got stuck. So he said, why you're not able to answer? You prepare more and come after 1 or 2 months. The lady got upset. You tell me 15 chapters, I know all the shlokas. You tell me 9 chapters, I know all the shlokas. She said, why? You're getting upset. Because you have to tell me what I ask. It's my service. Don't take any office. And then, nahi chahiye Brahmin Diksha. So she said, see, you don't have a quality for Brahmana. Brahmana means you should be calm, peaceful. Why you're getting upset? I'm doing my service. I'm not have anything against you. I have to do the service on behalf of Guru Maharaj to check the people. Are they fully well trained? So just asking few things. I cannot ask everything in 10-15 minutes. But it looks that you have to prepare more. So then lady was still feeling sad. And then after that, both of them paid obeisance to each other. I was feeling so happy. Because both were worried that have I displeased another person? So always it is that if we think we can live in a way that it displeases other Vaishnavas and practice Krishna consciousness, we're living in hallucination. We will, even as there is a big instance of Rupa Goswami. The Rupa Goswami one day was in meditation on Krishna Leela. And then what happened when Nagara walked in front of him? But Rupa Goswami's eyes were closed and Leela Swaran, the Krishna's Leela manifest to very great devotees by the mercy of Krishna. They feel so much separation from Krishna, they cannot live without darshan of Krishna Leela. They'll go mad, they will die. So because of that, Krishna manifests within their heart a spiritual TV. Prabhupada talks about it, he knows about it, we don't know. Where they can see Krishna Leela all the time. So he was seeing the Krishna Leela, and in that some joke occurs. Krishna Leela is full of fun, thrills, excitement. So he started laughing. So when he started laughing, the Langada thought that he was laughing at him, because see, how is he limping? But no, his eyes were closed. But suddenly, Leela became unmanifest. TV was switched off. Like you remember, Doordarshan, sometimes signal used to go off in those days. Now it doesn't happen. But our time it was very common, signal will go off, doom, 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 one ball, like it used to come, one channel, that also black and white, and then it became color. Your young people have not seen our old days. Then it became two channel, equally boring. So anyway, even for that we used to run and sit. So the Leela TV was switched off. And he's not able to see. And then what happened that Rupa Goswami went to his brother Sanatana, my dear brother, as enjoying Krishna Leela like always, but suddenly it is unmanifest. I am not able to live without Krishna Smarana, Krishna Leela Smarana, highest. We are given today Nama Smarana, do it properly, one day you will come to Leela Smarana. So, you are all wonderful devotees, continue and come to Leela Smarana one day, not artificially. Naturally. Sometimes we feel, we close our eyes, Mother Yashoda is running behind Krishna, so sweet. Don't try to artificially bring the Leela. It will manifest one day, naturally, with full ecstasy and happiness, and constant, not come and go, constant. So then, just imagine you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, we know what is the devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we feel, I am not a devotee at least. Intense separation from Krishna. That's a devotee's heart. He gets so much amazed. So keep reading. Prabhupada has given these wonderful books. Take a break in a day, sometimes 1 hour, and you read. Okay. So now, but you have to develop read, then you develop taste, and then you continue to read every day. It's like cultivating the taste. And if the taste for reading is not cultivated, then that's a proof of advancement in spiritual life. How much taste is there to read Prabhupada? How much taste is there to chant holy name? That shows our spiritual advancement. Rest is all drama. Anyway, that's a litmus test every day. Okay. So now what happens is that, so Sanatana Goswami hears about, he feels, my dear brother, you must have offended a Vaishnava. There is no other reason. He said, my dear brother, I did not do that. I don't do that. In fact, Raghunath Das Goswami used to offer 1,000 obeisances to the deity every day and 2,000 to the Vaishnavas. So then he tells him this. So what do we do? So then he says, my dear brother, I don't remember. He said, no, agyat, consciously, we should not hurt a Vaishnava. Consciously, what about unconsciously? Even unconsciously we should not try to hurt. Actually, so anyway, done. So then what happens is that Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami advises him, you hold a festival, invite all the Vaishnavas, and if somebody doesn't come, he's hurt. Okay. So what we can do? So he invites everybody. The Langada doesn't come. Except him, everybody comes. Rupa Goswami understands that he is hurt with him, upset with him. So he goes to him, says, what's your problem? He said, see, that day I was passing or laughing, and he clarified, I was actually Leela Smarana, please believe me. And it's all over. Then again Leela Smarana came. Now just imagine that person may be just a Kanishta Adhikari that can break your devotional life. Therefore, it is said Hati Mata. In fact, in 10 offenses, that's the first offense. Hati Mata. Like an elephant. You are developing a creeper or bhakti, but offense is something like a creeper, it will come pluck and destroy all the beautiful garden of bhakti that we have cultivated. So we should be careful. Spiritual life means we should be very careful. Whenever these instances come in Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada talks about it. Be careful, don't hurt, offend a Vaishnava. Okay, makes sense to everybody? Okay, don't do that. In fact, once what happened, I asked Guru Maharaj, now I asked his servant that, we had this Ritvik people and all, they took away the property and they ran away from ISKCON. But still Guru Maharaj is very affectionate, compassionate around them. So I asked, how does he do that? I know if I am in his position, I will be so angry when somebody does that. We also have some instances. People took all the contacts, their students had ran away and abused the temple. I was feeling so angry that they have run away with Krishna's property. So how was that Guru Maharaj maintains a pleasant attitude? He said, no, Guru Maharaj says we are chanting Hare Krishna. We feel ill about somebody, that will do great damage to that person. So we should be therefore, we should never feel ill for anybody because it may do harm to somebody. And we don't want harm. You cannot even imagine the harm it may happen. So Krishna, sometimes what happens, you offend a Vaishnava and you offend Krishna. When you offend Krishna, Krishna will pardon you. But when you offend a Vaishnava, Krishna will not pardon you. Okay, so therefore, we should be careful in that respect. Therefore, living with devotees is like living on a fire. By serving Vaishnavas, by pleasing Vaishnavas, by pleasing Guru. Prabhupada used to say, if you love me, you should cooperate. Many times Prabhupada gave that example, that some sticks are individual, can easily be broken. But if they are together, that cannot be broken. And more as Krishna's grace, 1 week now the temple is opening. We should always remember the Bagh Bazaar. I was in a big temple in Bangalore. The whole temple broke apart after the temple opened. I call it Bagh Bazaar effect. Bagh Bazaar was a temple made of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, made of marble, beautiful temple. But then there was a disturbance after Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada noticed that in his presence, devotees started fighting for rooms. I'll occupy that room, I'll occupy that room. And final result was, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada was so displeased. He used to say, I want to pull all the marble from the temple and sell it and buy some books and distribute. What is the use of this marble temple? So, Bagh Bazaar means in Kali Yuga, the 5 places the Kali sits. If I am quarreling with people, particularly Vaishnavas or with even public, that shows effect of Kali. And at least in this dress, devotee should be smiling, always encouraging. That is so nice. That's what we expect. That's what we expect. Pleasant attitude. People will get heartbroken and shocked when they see any other attitude in a Vaishnava. So we should be careful, therefore, to practice Krishna consciousness and see that we don't fall to the Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Because Kali's business is to make fight. And generally when people get angry, I get doubt. Is he following the regulative principles? I get doubt actually because Kali acts, quarrel is a symptom of Kali. So the quarrel will happen. See, if I have pain in my heart, then I give pain to another person. Just think about, we want people to respect us. But whom do we respect? Do we respect somebody who's all the time quarreling, irritated, angry? No, we keep a distance. So if we have the same behavior, people will also keep distance from us. They will not come near us. So we should understand. People get scared of us. So we should not frighten people. Vaishnava never cause of dread to other people. Prabhupada visited all temples. Did he visit with a sense of fright? No. It was always for love, compassion. We should try to develop that. And that is the success of preaching. The people are around with a very loving attitude, a smiling attitude. And that is what makes it a temple, no? Physical structure is not important. If this attitude is there, we get wonderstruck. I always tell, when I saw the Vaishnavas for the first time, I was actually attracted to ISKCON by seeing the dealings of them with each other. I could not believe the way they are paying obeisance to each other, where they are serving us when we are taking prasadam. I could not believe this. Is this possible? Is it real? Is it that people live like this? Then I decided I also want to live with them. So they're just visiting my college, few people. There was no building or anything. Just a proper etiquette and behavior of a Vaishnava will attract the whole world to come. Whole world to come. And Vaishnava has a natural humility. We know we have left the lotus feet of Krishna. We know our mind is full of so many unwanted desires. Where is pride? Humility. Hare Krishna. Okay. What we need is actually not humility, we need realized humility. Realized humility. Then it is easy to practice Krishna consciousness. We are nothing special about us. But Krishna is so kind to give us service at His lotus feet. But if we make offenses, then the Krishna may withdraw the mercy or the opportunity to serve His lotus feet. So we should be very, very careful. Okay, so yeah, the cursing, counter-cursing we've seen in the assembly of Daksha, also it happened. The followers of Lord Shiva cursed. The Brahmanas then cursed. There's a cursing, counter-cursing. This is not what people should see it happen. Okay. No. There is one more curse that Narad Muni got by Daksha. You cannot stay in a place for more than 3 days. Prabhupada said that same curse had come on me by the fathers or the parents of the devotees who joined in America, particularly in large number. They have cursed me. I have so many temples, but I cannot stay anywhere. Prabhupada is traveling all the time. There is Narad Muni also cursed Nalakubera, Managriva, so many. But a great Vaishnava and Acharya, even though they curse sometimes, that is a benediction curse. That is a blessing. Because the heart, there's so much love for every living entity, because they're carrying Krishna's lotus feet in the heart. Even if they curse, it is for the good of the other person. They don't lose control of themselves. The cursing is also for the spiritual advancement of somebody. Okay? We need that attitude. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, anything you want to add, Aishwarya Mataji? I forgot so many things.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't allow a Brahmana into Srivas Thakur's house. The Brahmana cursed Mahaprabhu, saying that he'll be bereft of all material happiness. So Mahaprabhu was indeed happy. But Prabhupada says Mahaprabhu is Krishna, transcendental to all curse and everything. But just to show us an example. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna everybody. So don't curse anybody. Hare Krishna. Pray for everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Govinda ki. Shri Netaji ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.